Hey guys, welcome to Quinn's Tree Farm, coming to you straight through the power of YouTube, right from Cornville, Maine. I gotta work on a project that I've wanted to get at for a while now, and I keep putting it off. But I have ordered 1,000 3.0 seedlings that I want to put into a transplant bed before we actually put them into the field. So we'll get them to 3.2s on our own. In order to do that, I have to make a transplant bed, so that's what we're going to start today. I got a couple of neat little tools that help me out a lot. One in particular is the laser level that I will show you, and then we're just going to stake it out. We'll end up putting some herbicide down to kill the grass, and then we can rototill it up and get it all prepared for next year when we'll plant the seedlings when they show up. So stick around and we'll get to work. This is how this is going to work. I'm going to start with my starter point, or my first point, and then we're going to make a square off that using the laser transit and some stakes. A couple of things that I want to do is I want to make sure that I can get the lawnmower in between the tree line there and the transplant bed so that I can walk around it, and then the same thing with the fence. So I figure I can mow that. I can mow that. So this looks like a good place to start. There. So this is step 2. I have my laser transit. Right there is where the laser beam is coming out and it's hitting my stake. That's going to point a straight line that way and a 90-degree that way. What I do is I take a tape measure that's 11 inches. It's 11 inches from the transit to the stake. So when I shoot my line down there, I have to go 11 inches to the north to get a square. Okay? But the first one we're going to do is we'll go this way and we'll get this line squared up. I just put my tape measure in. I'm going 25 feet that way. See the laser beam? So we know that that's in a straight line with the setup. And my tape measure says 25 feet. One of the tricks I use is I try to bounce the laser off my pants. It's really bright right now, and I don't know if this is gonna work. I might have to come back when the sun goes down a little bit. But if I pick it up on my pants, I have dark pants on, I can kind of just walk back and try to hold it on that target. You know I'm in good shape. Now remember, we have to go 11 inches to the north to make that square. So I just did the same thing off this one. We'll measure 25 feet down and then just take the measurement off the stake and the transit. Let's talk about this transplant bed a little bit. I'm going to order 1,000 3.0s from Finest Kind Tree Farm in Dover, Foxcroft, Maine. Matt LaCase is a tree grower in the state, and he is venturing out into seedlings. Now these are not the MCTA strain seedlings that we have ordered from Downey Tree Farm. And I still plan to buy those, but I thought I'd diversify a little bit. Matt seems to be very proud of his seedlings, and he touts them as good as anything else that we're getting. So I figure I'd give it a shot. But here's the catch. He only has 3 O's right now. It's gonna take him 2 more years to get to 3 2s, and it would take me just as long, right? The upside is that 3 O's are cheaper than 3 2s, by a lot. I'll end up buying these 1,000 3 O's from Matt for about the same price that I'm gonna order the 1,000 3 2s that I'm getting from Downey. So I thought it would be worth it. Now, I still have to grow them out and do the transplanting and things like that, but I can control all that in my transplant bed. I noticed right off the bat with the 3 O's that I planted last year compared to the 3 2s that they're not doing nearly as well as the 3 2s. Now this year has been very difficult. We did not get any rain. In fact, we're in a drought, serious, severe drought, the likes that we haven't seen for 25 years. And we've gotten a little bit of rain this fall, but we still have a ways to go. We're down 8 to 10 inches. So that could have had a lot to do with it. However, by planting a transplant bed and having the 3O seedlings nice and tight together, I can control irrigation, I can get fertilizer down to them and food, plant food, keep all the weeds out, and give them the proper start that they need. And then in 2 years, we'll dig them up and we'll plant them in the field where they'll become full-on Christmas trees. The transplant bed is going to be seeded at a 6-inch by 6-inch square grid. Now, in order to get there, we have to rototill the grass and turn it into soil. What we're going to do is we're going to spray glyphosate or Roundup onto the grass and kill it. Now, it's a little late in the season to do that, and I'm hoping it's going to stick. I haven't mowed the lawn over there, and as long as the grass is still growing, it should take. The grass has to be dead or gone, because if it's not, if we just till it over with the live grass, it's just going to grow out and create a big mess. So this is my setup. I just have a hand pump, 4-gallon solo backpack sprayer, and I'm using generic 41% concentrate glyphosate. You can get it right at Tractor Supply, and this has lasted me 2 seasons so far, and I got a little bit left. I'll have to order some next year. Alright, so it's been about 2 weeks. It's not completely dead, but it's close enough. I want to get that rototiller put away. So let's give it a shot. Alright, so my neighbor was nice enough to let me borrow this rototiller so that I can till up my transplant bed. First time that I've used it. Actually, it's the first time I've ever used a rototiller, so we'll see how it goes. This is pretty exciting. I'm pretty happy with this outcome. Nice soil. One of the reasons why I didn't want to take the sod off is because I'd lose all that topsoil. Alright, so we're going to go put the rototiller away. I'll let this sit until next April. Come back, till it all up, maybe put some compost in it, and we're going to have ourselves a balsam garden. That about wraps it up here from Quinn's Tree Farm. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and comment down below if you have anything that you want to comment on. I like to read them. As you can see, my dad really loves to decorate, and I can't wait to show you the Christmas decorations here in a couple of weeks. He does a great job. I always tell him that we should have an open house. So have a good evening, my friends. And as you know, I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. So there I go. I'll see you soon.